Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Funk, out here in my lab in the wee hours of the morning. Well, I'm doing what I do for you. Today, I got a good lesson for you. Strap it on because it's about to get a little rough, okay? Wrightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's always a message in the story about life. I'm a life lesson giver. I see you tuning and receiving. I appreciate you. Let's go. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Get to know yourself a little bit better from the inside. Right thinking is a way of life through mental and spiritual discipline daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of obtaining spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is to get all right thinkers to do just that. That's what I bring to the table, knowledge of self. And when you get it, it becomes yours. You can do what you wish with it. Trust me. That's what I'm doing. I'm just getting it away so somebody else can do the same thing. Just keep it moving, all right? But you need to know thyself. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. Teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. I got you. Stay tuned. A person who knows not and believe that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. No more spiritual wars, no more spiritual arguments. Why? I don't have time to do that. Either I'm going to teach you or I'm going to leave you alone. Simple as that. A person who knows, but it knows not that they know is asleep. I love them kind of why? I can awaken them with what? Knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself. And to my eye, be true. You have to be true to yourself because that's who God is. You and God are one. So be true to yourself, be true to God. That's the lesson for the day. Let's go. Right thinkers, let's talk about right thinking philosophy teaches us our history, not his story. Let's talk about it. I try to avoid these kinds of situations, but every now and then I got to get in the fight. I got to throw a few punches, so this is for them. Yeah, I haven't forgotten. So opportunity gives me a chance to do what I do now. So I'm going to bring little things to light about you. I'm going to tell the truth about you. Popcorn time. Let's go. Why when we tell history, or we tell his story, it's okay. But when we tell our story, we are the bad guys. No, it's history. Your history is based on what you did. We're not making it up. We're not accusing you. We're telling you. So we're going to do our history, okay? Because we have a story that's better than yours and prior to yours. First of all, let's talk about it. Now, history from his point of view, everything was hunky-dory. Everything was white. Yeah, white was good, black was bad. No. In some instances, you can use that, but metaphorically, it don't work all the time, and it's not a good gesture. Why? Because that's saying that people who have white skin are better than people who have black skin. So that's not good, and it's not correct. Our history, when I went in search of the truth over 35 years ago, aka gaining spiritual knowledge, I know our story. Why? That's what I studied for 35 years. And my man, I have history which don't even include the white man. So stop telling me about him, please. I know more about him than most of y'all who think you know about him. So do some homework like I do, and you'll understand him. I say them, the power that be. Why? Because if you say the color, you're a bad guy, you're racist. So I got to call them. I'm not going to call them that other word either. See, first of all, our history as black people is the original history for civilization. We started this thing. We got the ball rolling. Now the ball's rolling over us. Remember, Plymouth Rock fell on us. Yeah. Anything that's negative, we got to live with. Why? Because we're in that stereotype. Unless we do something to get us out, it's going to continue on and on. We've been enslaved for 400 years. We've been enslaved. Yeah, You still in mental slavery. They just took the chains off. Why? Because they got the mind. They don't need the shackles. Come on, people. Calm it down. Yeah, I get what. Now this what gets me. This what gets me. This gets me rocking and rolling. Why? Because it's just wrong. And if we speak about it, look what you do to us. We don't have a black leader. Why? You gonna kill us. I don't want to be a leader, no movement leader. Why? They're going to kill me. But if I can teach my people to start a movement as a people, they can't take us all out. So I don't want one. I don't want just me. I want 1,000 me's. I want a bunch of me's. I'm not that egotistical thing. Well, I want to be the smartest one. I want to lead. No. Why? Bow! As long as you can keep churning out warriors, as long as you can keep educating our young and make them strong, and they can do the fighting. I can't fight at this age. I can teach, I can instruct. That's my job. Young people, y'all got to pick up and get ready to put up this. And guess what? Some of us ain't gonna make it. It's just that simple. When you want something, you're going to take some losses to get it. Why? Because you can't go get butt and leave yours home. So you got to bring butt to get butt. And sometimes it's going to cost you your butt. But if it's for the right cause, I'm with it. I'm going all in. I'm fighting for God. I don't care. Evil, let's go. Why? I know you. I used to be you. I know your games. Why? I know I did. I worked for you. One of your best workers. And you knew that. So now I'm your worst enemy. You know that too now. So get ready. Sorry about that. Yeah, listen to this. We had our story way before the Greeks, the Romans, the Europeans, the French. All them guys that came in, everybody of white skin came from us. They got education from us. We taught the Greeks, and everything now is Greek. Latin. They did this. They didn't do nothing until we educated them in 55 BCE. And 45 BCE, they came back and took us over. From 32 BCE on, we wasn't us. Why? Because they was in control through your history. I got two things that I study. History and religion. Why? Because that tells a story from both sides. And I know both sides of the story. So I'm fluent in what I'm talking about when I speak. I ain't speaking from what somebody said. I'm speaking from what I know. Because I do my own homework. All right, here you go. I had 2 history classes in high school. But, I know it sparked this here. I was told that they took black history out of the education system. I remember when it was implemented, we was on the fight for that. Now you're telling me you take it away and y'all gonna allow that? You took away gym. You took away arts and crafts. Now you take away our history. Are you? And anybody? I'm freaking out. But see, I don't advocate for that nonsense because I be all up in everybody's face. Why? Because we need to stop some of the stuff that we let happen. Sorry, you seeing this? I'm touched right now. I'm pissed. Okay, hey, simple as that. When I studied history from the white man, he was always the good guy. He wore the white hat. He took care of the bad guy. The bad guys always wore black. No! If you wasn't white, you were bad. Indians, the black man, anybody that wasn't of their race was bad. That's crazy. But that's the mentality that they set forth, and it's been working for them ever since. We need to stop that cycle, okay? Generation curse. Ain't no damn generation curse. It's ignorant and doing the same thing over and over again. That ain't no curse. That's stupid. Number runner, drug dealer, 2 bad guys. Ain't nothing good about that. He didn't. I had a chance to change. That's what I'm doing. I do now. But that's a reminder of where I come from, what it used to be, and it wasn't good. Then I studied our history, okay, black history, and I found out we are or was a great race of people. What happened? And I keep explaining this point. I'm going to drive it home. We are in this position because of what? Lack of knowledge. We started civilization with what? Knowledge. So how do we forget what we know? I'll wait. No, I ain't got time. But moving on. That's the concept that I'm trying to get across to us as a people. We dropped the ball. The knowledge ball. Pick it back up. They picked it up. Look what they did with it. Hit them hard, make them give it up, and then you pick it back up and you run with it. That's football logic, okay? I know the Egyptians, ancient means old. Greek and Rome are not ancient. So we go before them. We was here before them. We taught them. It's like a child. You raise it, you teach it, you nurture it, and then it turn on you. That's never good, okay? That means you did something where the child just wasn't a good child and you raised a demon, okay? I know the Egyptians taught the Greeks and the Romans, and they both came what? Back to control us. Bad kids. Okay, both of them, not good kids. They didn't respect their parents because they came back and put us on the backside and took all the credit. Some of us do that now, okay? Some things don't change. Life is circular. What goes around comes around. Yes, trust me. Now, we educated them both, and they both came back and took over us and enslaved us. Why do we follow his story? It's our stolen story. And he won't tell you that part. But now we're starting to wake up. Now we're starting to realize, wait a minute, hold up. Yeah, start to take a good look at some of the stuff y'all doing. We're starting to see through it now. The veil of ignorance is starting to be raised. We're starting to become enlightened, and we're starting to see what's there. Becoming conscious means you can't trick me. I'm thinking that. I'm on top of your game. And you only got one trick. They got the same trick. And we all know they trick. Well, I do. Most of us claim to do it. But if you know the trick, why you keep falling for it? Why you keep, you're so amazed. I'm not amazed at what they're doing to Yi or what they're doing to Kyrie. Why? This ain't new. This ain't the first time they done it. Why everybody act like, whoa, stop that. Kyrie didn't do nothing wrong. But the power that be felt as though he did, we as the people, don't beat up on him. Roll with him. I listened to him. I followed him. I made my own assessment of him. He's a good brother. He's a good dude. He got caught in a situation that way, way over his head, but he's still standing tall. He ain't cringing. He ain't shrinking. He's still. I love that. I don't care. When Saddam Hussein was being hung, the man in him said, I don't need no hood. I don't need nobody pushing me. If this is it, this is it. I'm going. When I'm in a situation when it looked like it's going down, I'm giving a rat. He back in the corner. He become a gorilla. So when you know what's going down and you don't handle it the way you should, that's a you problem. Okay? In life, you're going to have some struggles. You're going to get knocked down. That's what they say. The saint is not but a sinner who, whatever it is, but who got up. Why? In life, you're going to get knocked down. If you're a boxer and you never touched that canvas, you ain't been doing it long enough. That's all. Why? You will. That's what it's all about in life. Like my man Yoda told Luke, you scared? He said, no. He said, you will be. See, life is going to push you. It's all about pushing. So don't be pushed. Be aggressive. I'm aggressive. My high school coach told one of my boys that, yeah, that's my dude. Why? Because he was a quarterback with linebacker's mentality. I like to get physical. There you go. Sorry about that. No. Okay, let's go. Everything I learned, why do we follow? Okay, I don't want to seem racist. Why? Because I'm not. I'm just stating facts and the truth about what you did. That makes me racist because I'm calling you out on your stuff? No. Our story is older, yet his story is the one that's being taught in the school system. The stuff I learned in history, and I like history because it tells a story and I can follow a storyline. Why? Because I like stories and I'm understanding what's in the story. But all his stories, he was the good guy. The Indian was the bad guy. The Africans was they civilized Africa. We started civilization. But if you don't know that, You gonna believe what they tell you because you ain't doing your due diligence. So, well, the white man in control, yo. No, he haven't. No, he haven't. We educated him. See, I don't have time to teach the lessons. That's why I took my lessons from John Henry Clark, Dr. Ben, Ashwell Kwesi, my man Mutar Ashby. These are guys who did their work. My work is to bring to the people as best I can. I can't go to Africa and do the study, but I can take the books, get an understanding, and present what I know to be right. Spiritual knowledge, knowledge of self, those are things that I'm proficient in. Those are things that I know. That's why I teach what I know, not what I believe, not how I feel. Just the truth. All right, let me get this done. I see the clock is running. I got things to do this morning. Sorry. Now, here, watch this. Everything I learned about our story, I learned it on my own. They didn't teach it to me. Again, that's what I want right thinking in the school system. Why? Because we're going to teach our young the truth. All right thinking is the truth about our history. That's all I got for you. Black history is world history, the real history. But they take that title, world history, and put it on them. Tell their story. You get it now? You see where I'm going with this, people? Our people? How many of us know that history is really our reverse stolen knowledge? I'm not blowing smoke. I'm not lying. I'm not accusing. I'm giving you facts. And if you don't know these facts, don't argue with me about them, please. Just take them and fact check me. Okay, if I'm giving you facts, all you gotta do is go fact check it. You ain't got to, oh, they don't need somebody that. Do something on your own. Get knowledge of self. Because the knowledge that you get is for you. The knowledge that he give you is for him. Okay, next one. Now we need to know what our story, not his, but he teaches us his. He gives us his. He's been doing that for centuries, and we still stuck on stupid with his story. But they said this, it's a lie. If you continue to believe a lie, once you know it's a lie, that's a you problem. We are the first race, aka the human race. That's been proven, again, another fact. So when I give information, I'm not making it up. I'm giving you factual information that I sat and read and got the information about. So when I give it to you, I know what I'm talking about. Trust me. I am a historian and a master of religious studies. Why? Because I need to know the truth. History and religion, truth is right there. All you got to do is go back and find it and bring it to life. That's what I'm doing. I'm taking 10,000 year concepts and views of people who lived for 3,000 years in peace and harmony. I want that concept. That's right thinking philosophy. AKA Maya, or she taught Netta. Samatawi. Whatever you want to call it, it's African Egyptian studies. Metaphorically, mythologically put together to what help you build your character, become godlike while in human form. It's easy to break down. It's not rocket science. Let's go. Where am I at? Why, when the truth is told about him and his story, we look like the bad guy? Kyrie ain't make nothing up. He just spoke about what somebody else put out there first, why even his stuff, and he just is passing it on. Now he the bad guy? No, he's just the truth carrier, and y'all want the truth to be known about you. And anybody who does that gonna be dealt with. I know that too. I'm still doing it. Not being hard-headed, not being facetious, but I'm gonna tell my people the truth, even when it's about you. Okay? So do what you gotta do. Right thinking philosophy is all based on what our ancient Egyptian mystery system, not the biblical concept that we've been indoctrinated with for the last 2,000 years. Boy, that book, boy, if I can get you to realize what that book is and see what's really going on, we'd be a whole lot better. Let's go. I wear pyramids like Christians wear the cross. What do you think that is? Symbology. We all symbolically make something feel good, all right, to us. I'm down with the okay, the key of life. I'm down with the pyramids because this is where the knowledge came from on the pyramid walls. The writings on the wall, yes, I got all three of them, okay? But only one of them had the writing in them. another lesson. We ain't going there. But yeah, it's symbology. I got to do a lesson on that. Why? Because you can make something mean something to you. In India, they got over 3 million gods. Y'all talking about the Egyptian worship? More than one god. India don't care. They make anything a god. They can take an instrument, a rock, this highlighter. This is my God. I respect it. And I'm going to make it, get a little thing there, mortuary, all that to what? Worship this. You can create any God you want, but when you're dealing with nature, you're dealing with reality, you don't have to create. It's already there. You need to understand that the same thing is in you. The same power resides in you. That's knowledge of self. That's knowing thyself. A bunch of fairy tales, a bunch of beliefs that don't do you or serve you no good. Ooh, the fairy godmother, what is Nas and tooth fairy, give me money for my tooth. So you put the tooth out to get a funky few dollars. Are you crazy? It's your parents. Santa Claus, it's your parents. All these fictitious stuff that we fall in love with that had no symbology for us at all. We don't even know what half the stuff that we celebrate mean. We just know we got a day off. We know we got to celebrate. We getting gifts. That don't make it right. Sorry about that. Get back. Whoa, I'm way past time. Whoa, yeah, this was not a good lesson yet, but I'm a little upset. So it took a little longer to get my point across. Hope it's making this point. Yeah, I could care less about Bible scripture. That's my point. Why? I know my history. I know his too. So I know a little more than you do. If you want to check his history, do like I did. Go fact check him. All right, let me do this. The pyramids, okay. Remember, symbology is making something mean something to you. It means something to me that he's proud of what I'm doing. So I'm working to make sure he still give me that nod of approval. Why? Because I'm doing the right thing. Even though he's not here, I'm still trying to impress him. That's ancestral worship. That's all natural. Ain't nothing big about that. Let me wrap this up. All right, here you go. Now, because I know both stories, and I only teach ours, I could care less about his history. Trust me on that. Why? I know it. It don't mean nothing to me. It's a bunch of fabricated stories taken from us, the original, and made look good because, yeah, the original is good. Okay, let's go. I use history to prove our story is the real original story. I put their information against them. They can't fight that. They don't like that. Okay? And I keep telling you, Bible thumpers, don't think that book is so holding out, because I'm telling you, it's not to be disrespectful, but they wrote that book. That's their book. They wrote it for a reason. I keep trying to explain that to you. I'm not disrespecting the Bible. I'm not disrespecting your belief or what you believe. I'm just trying to give you information. If your belief is well-founded, you will be rewarded. If your belief is ill-founded and they know that because they send you the wrong way, you won't get nothing, but you're going to keep praying. You're going to keep praying, hoping and wishing, and you're getting no answer. The God you serve, the God that he gave you, don't exist. It's a fictitious God. And it don't mean nothing. Understand that. I learned history. Why? Because I had to master our story by studying and living and proving those techniques and those philosophical points of view work. Why? I used them for the last 20 years. I've been an Egyptian. Nobody knew that. But now I can say, yeah, I know more about Egypt than half the people in Egypt. Why? That's what I've been for the last 35 years. Mentally, philosophically. And I know that ancient concept still works today. Why? I told you I modernized it. I'm dressing up so you can understand it and digest it. If you know both stories, now you can use what? Your discernment to know the truth. Simple. If you only I can't judge without having the defense and the opportunity. Why? Two people got to have an argument. I'm going to listen to both arguments and tell you which one is the better. That's all. That's what the judge do. And if you got a coin, you need to know both sides. Some people used to make a double-sided coin. Heads on both sides. Tails on both sides, whatever. But that's because if the person you're dealing with is ignorant and you're a little slicker than they are, I'm a streetwise man. I'm a streetologist. Okay, so I'm a little quicker on the thought process. Why? You have to be in the streets. Okay, our story is really the greatest story ever told in truth. They got the big, what I call the well-dressed lie. They took our story, dressed it up in their likeness, and presented it to the world. And it's going over big time. It's still working. but it's still our stolen story. They're not going to say that. That's why they get offended when you call them. I know that. Last one. And again, I appreciate you tuning in. This is a long lesson. I hope it was good for you. History is the greatest lie ever told. His story. Not history. His story. Why? He's a liar from start to end. We know the other guy who's that. So that's why they call him the devil. Why? The devil is full of what? Deceit. Okay? Hidden agenda. Always having the upper hand. Always wanting to be. It sound familiar? Yeah. His workers do the same thing he do. That's the mindset. History, his story is the greatest lie ever told, and they are proud of that fact. Let's take care of the problem. My people, knowledge is the key. Listen to me. I'm gone, but I'll be back. I got more.